listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Please be sure to follow us on social media. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at The Nasty Table. Last session on The Nasty Table.
Zach Wilson's about a ball right now.
Like, there was thought in it. It definitely took time. Put them in a particular order, in a particular angle, but an uppercase A. In the opposite directions as they are with the A, it forms an M.
Killy, or K. Midnight Killy.
Becker, good to finally meet you.
Rome was complicated, but there was nothing about a coffin. He was trying to set a baseline for what this deity meant. He believed that humans innately had violent urges, that inflicting pain on others is our true base desire. I do not agree.
Like, yeah, and he sucked. Like, he was breaking strings over and over again, and it was just terrible.
No, he
It was nuts.
he did this like jazz cover of a song that's already like
Like a jazz
a very well-known jazz song, but
They just rocked the fuck out of it. It was insane.
I didn't even know that.
Where
like,
was it at?
Keswick Theater in Glenside, PA.
Where?
The
Keswick Theater.
Never heard of that.
You aren't familiar with the Keswick Theater?
Oh, no.
That's literally us.
Literally, the Keswick Theater, built in 1920.
I know so many venues. I've never heard of that.
Alright. Nut up, shut up, give me a recap.
Motherfucker, he's just good at everything.
What a bitch.
The fuck, dude?
Let's kill him.
I'm down.
That's what he wants you to think.
He's good at everything.
Maybe he sucks at everything. Just pretends.
I saw the art.
Your art's dog
It's
shit.
fucking beautiful.
I love the art.
So, after an interview with a Dr. Bastian Becker, 3/4 of the LFVCU find themselves in their office, with the last fourth, Sergeant Roy McNeil, following Becker out to the parking lot after offering to drive him back to his motel. It's currently 5:20. Roy, Becker looks towards you hesitantly as he unrolls his sleeves, waiting for you to guide him to your car. What
Sure.
do you do?
I'll walk him right up to my car.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Open the door and sit in the car.
Yep, he gets in the passenger side, sits down, puts his seatbelt on with a click.
Okay. Turn it on, and as I turn it on, I want to say... So...
Actually, I need everyone to leave the table.
Oh, wow. Now, how long is this going to take?
Yeah, so you guys into that.
Do you begin driving?
Yeah. So as I'm driving, it's really casual. I know where the hotel's at that he's staying at.
Yep.
And I'm like, so you don't know about the coffin, right?
No, like I said, we'd never seen any coffins in Rome or anything like that.
Okay.
Coffins aren't really in line with the Greek burial practices that we know of at that time.
I see.
Could I ask a question of my own?
Of course.
You mentioned that you found Weiss after performing a check-in. Why were you interested in him in the first place?
He called us. Initially, he called Caleb, Detective O'Connor, with a concern about, he was the principal of his school, and he was concerned about children that weren't getting the proper education. Really, we had one conversation that led to a domino effect, huge series of events that are really bringing us here now, and to the point where we can tell you that we have seen the body and we know his fate.
He's quiet, staring at the front windshield.
So I have a question for you. Do you have... I know that you have had a couple paintings in your hands of Apsokos.
He looks at you quizzically.
You might have one or two paintings that portray this example of oneness. Maybe clay paintings. Do you have any artifacts like this in your possession?
I do. But how do you know that?
Would you mind showing them to me? If did you bring them?
Roll luck.
$85 on a 47.
Would you like to re-roll for a permanent 1d6 loss of luck?
Yes, I would. I think I have to. And I'm going to use a program point on the next one.
Okay. Make sure you take away your 1d6 prior, which is going to be 1.
1. Oh, sweet. Okay. So we're at a 46 for luck. And I'm going to use my program point.
Sure.
32 on a 46. 87. So 32.
Well, imagining that I would be talking to Weiss, or at least entertaining that idea in my head, holding out hope, I do have pictures of one of them, yes.
You mind if I take a look at it?
It's back at the motel room.
Okay. And I put my foot on the pedal just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I say another question. I've been thinking of it just a little more and more. Weiss... Can I look at him and scope him up to, head to toe, and I just want to see, like, does he seem like the same Becker that Weiss knew? Like,
I'm not going to make you roll for it, yeah.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay, so Weiss, also his best friend, sees the same trusting Becker.
That trust was reserved for Weiss, but...
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. I've been thinking about it. They made Weiss, Dr. Clay, look like it was a suicide. We have reason to believe that it wasn't a suicide. And it can't escape my mind the thought of Dr. Lilo Avalone and his suicide. Did you see anything, any kind of signs back then about Lilo?
No. Like I said, it was a shock to all of us. Weiss included. Weiss was always closer with him than I was. He was a colleague of mine, but perhaps a friend to Weiss. He never struck me as a strange or troubled individual.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So, remind me again about your arguments with Dr. Clay. he insisted on maybe the chaos behind the theory and philosophy of Apsikos and Nikos. What was your stance?
The arguments were always over base human tendencies. Weiss believed it was violence. I did not. It's truthfully what it boiled down to. It was outside of Apsikos. It was outside of any of that. It was strictly psychology and theories behind it.
So you truly think, after... I understand Lilo killing himself may be a crazy coincidence. Weiss is dead.
Weiss was involved in whatever he was involved with, and it was dangerous. So when I worried about him, and I want to word this carefully because I care about him and his image, when I worried about him, I worried not only for his own health, but the health of others. I didn't believe him to be dangerous, but I knew that what he was doing was guiding him down that path.
So you know that this is a dangerous path.
I do.
Why? Why do you feel that way? Is it because of seeing Weiss die, Lilo die?
I watched Weiss Clay die for 16 years. And it was during that time where he was away from his research, and I could tell every single waking moment that it was picking at him like a vulture, how badly he wanted to delve back into this. And then when he picked it back up, I saw light in his eyes for the first time. And that is what kills me the most, is that I know he loved it. I don't blame him for what he did to himself. I blame myself for not trying harder to stop it.
It wasn't your fault.
We disagree.
You never felt anything remotely close to how Weiss felt about this case or about this?
Never. Not once.
Any of this research? Nothing.
No.
The curious fact of... to assume it was a female deity, but knowing that it was depicted as a male through text.
This has nothing to do with the deity, and you asked me for a picture and references to it. Stop it. This has nothing to do with anything that he was researching. This is the man. Weiss Clay, the man. Damaged. Broken. Nothing outside of that. Himself. No other outside forces. He could have easily have been obsessed with anything else. Pez dispensers.
Huh. He stopped for 16 years for you. How close were we to the hotel?
Maybe about like a block and a half away.
Okay. That's all I say. I'm quiet and I just keep driving towards the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And eventually you get there and he's quiet as well. Pull into the parking lot.
Get out. Shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of just waiting for him maybe to lead the way.
Yeah. And he takes a couple steps and you begin to follow and he turns around and says, I'll grab that picture for you. You can just wait right here. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
And he runs in.
Yeah.
About a minute and a half goes by before he comes out with a, how do I describe this? So, you ever see those prints, like photo prints, where they're like laminated on the front and back?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Okay.
This is a picture of one of the paintings that we found in Rome. And he hands it to you.
Okay.
He takes out a notepad and starts writing on it as well. And this is the line to my room, if you need to ask any more questions.
I'll take it. How do you see that? Do I know how maybe in the past do I recognize this image?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
So even with the figures on both sides.
Yes.
So would Weiss have like an opinion or like not an opinion but like a perspective on like what they're trying to display through this?
Yeah, so that painting, what it depicts is, well, first describe it for the listening audience.
That's right. Yeah, it is it looks like a stone, like it's the background is stone and it's all black ink. In the very center there is the Opsicos and Nikos eye with the stalk in the iris. To the left, there's a group of 6 kind of ancient kind of stick figure human. It's like a group to the left of the eye. And to the very right, there's one stick figure, just one person, a little bit bigger than the group. And above the one person is a completely black circle, maybe a new moon. Above the eye, Opsicos and Nikos eye, is a circle that's maybe 3/4 filled, a little more than that. And above the group, there's it looks more like almost a full moon, like a what the fuck do you call it? Like a gibbous fucking
Waxing gibbous, waning gibbous.
Yeah, like whatever. It's more full than new.
Weiss has seen that image before and interprets it as through time, many will become one through Opsicos and Nikos.
I see.
And this also relates to when Weiss was talking to Roy about maybe it's already starting now with where Weiss has found himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Singular.
So as I hold the portrait and like my memory's kind of jocked, I'm like, you don't think this is actually going to happen, do you?
No, I don't think that this is actually going to happen. And I wish that your police department has the professionality to look beyond what he was researching because it wasn't important.
Why do you feel that way? I never understood.
What?
Why do you feel that it's not important?
Because my friend was murdered. It's not important. It was what made him sick.
It's not just Weiss that's dead. But for what it's worth, Weiss wrote a note. We have it with evidence. We can't give it to you. But it's written to you. And
his eyes widen.
He said, essentially after the clouded, after the fog kind of left his mind, that he truly saw how good of a friend you were. And he's incredibly sorry.
His eyes well up. He swallows hard. Well, there's my number if you need anything.
Thanks, Becker.
Turns around and starts walking away.
I start walking away too, and I pull a cigar out. Nice swisher. And now it's definitely Roy.
Okay.
Get in the car and drive back.
Drive back.
Yeah.
You begin driving back. So, Sergeant McNeil leaves with Becker in tow. The three of you are still down in the VCU. What do you guys do?
What time is it?
It's about 5:20.
Okay, and we're on shift till, is it 7?
Yes.
Okay. Jerry, Ray.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've gone through this thing what seems like 100 times now. Is there anything that you guys think he wasn't talking to us about? Wasn't being forthright?
Yeah, I think he's got to know about this coffin. Like, he's got to know about this coffin somehow. He knows about Rome.
He knows too much to not.
It's mentioned how many times in the journal? And if he's going there, talking to him consistently, three times, going on and on and on about everything that's happening, why would he never mention the coffin? The coffin that he is searching for in Linwood. Becker knows nothing about it.
Doubt it. Why would he hide something like that?
I mean, that's the one... Well, I can't say that's the one thing, but there's been so much here that is a mystery to us. But that was the one thing we found, the one thing that seems to be this important piece above all else. I mean, we had Weiss mention it. We found it. We had Nancy mention it.
I mean, we have time to question him.
I want to try to get I guess Lang's with Nancy, right?
Yeah, I think he still is.
Let's call him up, see if she knows anything about this Killy. If she ever heard anything about this man.
Yeah.
And do we want to? I mean, should we go in person and do this? Tell her about Malaki died, right? Chris Malaki.
Well, isn't she coming back here when she's fit to?
When's that?
Be back here. Maybe Lang knows. Unless you want to go see Lang in person.
Let's give him a holler.
Oh my God! Just bombed your head.
So I bring him up.
Jesus.
What are you calling? Are you radioing in? Are you calling somewhere?
Okay. I know we've called Lang before from the hospital in this moment.
Lang has always radioed in, not vice versa.
So he radioed. Okay.
Yeah.
So I radioed to him.
Okay. What do you say?
Lang, you there?
No response.
Can I find the number for the hospital? That would be the
Yeah, you can find it. Yeah.
NICU ward or whatever, wherever she was being held.
Yep.
Hand it over to Ray.
Punch it in.
Mm-hmm. St. Mary's Hospital.
Hello there. This is Detective Ray Hoyt from the LFVCU. I had an officer there, an Officer Lang. He was there with a young girl. The girl was the daughter of a Nancy Gossman. She just had a child recently. Did they leave? I tried to radio him. I'm just wondering their whereabouts. If you know if they left.
No, the two officers stationed outside of her room are still there.
Okay, thank you.
Click.
Oh, I didn't know if you were gonna get that motherfucker on the phone.
No, we're just gonna fucking go.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
To the hospital?
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know if they might see something. You know, not getting the radio for a reason. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Radio.
No, you're not.
The radio's in his car. You would know that.
Oh, okay.
So.
Fine. Whatever. Let's just fucking go to the hospital.
Yeah.
To the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys leave the building, you see Roy's car pull up.
Get out. What are you guys up to?
About to visit the hospital.
Sure. All right.
Hop in.
How was your ride?
It was good. I got a little treat for you guys. And I start walking towards Ray's car.
Into Ray's car.
Yeah.
Blowjobs for the whole squad?
Oh my god.
Thanks.
In the squad car?
You're the best lieutenant
DJ's
ever.
in the squad car?
Sergeant.
From Sergeant?
You guys pile into the car.
Piling.
Sergeant Slappy.
No, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying.
So as we get in the car, I pull this out and
Pulls out a couple of doobies.
and I show it to everybody, and I pass it to whoever. I press the first person that I see, and I say, "This is a picture that Becker had with him." It was one of the depictions of oneness through obstacles and ikos.
We were talking about the journal, about how Weiss mentions this coffin, and so many people mention this coffin, but Becker knew nothing about it, this artifact.
Yeah. I asked him about the coffin, and he didn't seem to know about it on the car ride, but I like the idea of showing it to him.
Okay, you trust him?
I do. Do you guys not trust him?
This,
I don't know. I think he's got to be hiding something.
there's so much here.
Becker?
Yeah.
I'm looking back at the journal too, the artifact piece of metal that he recognized from Rome. It seems like Weiss got it out of one of their cars when he was tailing that whole group, whether it was Bobby, RJ, Chris, any of them. But they had it. How did this group get all these artifacts that were guarded by 3 people?
That's a good fucking question.
And where'd they go after these guys left Rome?
Where did who go?
All these artifacts. Where was the coffin stored? Any of these pieces of metal?
That's
'Cause
true.
And he said he thinks that Weiss took that from Rome, right?
Well, we know the coffin has been here for a while because, well, who did we hear from? Was it Al Duke that they were transporting the coffin years ago when he was working on this kind of case?
Yeah, and then back in May, 69. Yeah, murder. Something went wrong with the deal, I am sure. Transporting a coffin. Almost 2 years ago now.
And then he calls out Rome in the journal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he said that Weiss must have taken it, right? Is that what he said? He said Weiss must have nabbed it back from Rome? When I showed him that, right?
He did.
Weiss
did.
Weiss didn't have it in Rome. He didn't have it from Rome. He found all these artifacts.
Well, there were artifacts in Rome. Becker might be... It's been a long time. It's been over 16 years since they've been in Rome. Longer than that.
When in Rome.
When in Rome. He could be confusing these groups of artifacts.
Yeah, I know there's a lot.
Did he give you any information on this picture? Any context? This looks like a drawing on a rock wall.
Yeah, it so the depiction is phase 1 is this gibbous moon, right? Above a group of people, and it's a group. They're all separate. And then, phase 2 is it's making its way towards a new moon. We have the symbol of Apsikos and Ikos. And then phase 3 is a new moon, and this group of people is now one singular person.
Did he tell you where this was taken? If this was on a wall? I mean, in Rome, was it on a tablet or like a tomb?
Was this was not pottery, right? This was
No.
stone wall.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him.
Okay. And it was like this in the game. This is like a photograph he gave you, or is it a copy?
It's a photograph, yes.
It is a photograph.
It's laminated on both sides as well.
And he said he took this.
He didn't say that he took it particularly, but would it have been one of the three? Lilo, Weiss?
More than likely, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I might just be thinking baseline, not knowing anything about cults or gods or anything, but where does that leave us? We've got... Would you chop off your own arm? We've got these people needing more people. Black hearts, parts of bodies, fingers. What are they? Combining people? Making some sort of... I was going to say Power Ranger, but that wasn't a
Voltron?
Yeah. Power Ranger.
Holy shit.
Let's go.
Nice.
Was there anything like that?
They're making the
Frankenstein.
Red Ranger of sorts.
Voltron. Voltron was the one where all the different rocket ships were part of the big mecha.
Yeah, no, I know, but what was around in 1971?
Oh,
You guys, you'll get my reference later.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that one yet.
Your kids are gonna like it.
That's what Bobby Tillman said.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
God damn it. Too soon.
So where are you guys heading?
To the hospital.
To the hospital. Making your way to St. Mary's. Traffic is not too busy, and you're able to find a parking spot. Make your way in, make your way up to the elevator, 3rd floor, dings out. Stepping out of the elevator, you see 2 police officers, one of which is Aaron Lang, sitting next to Laura. The other one, someone that you have seen prior. Ray, it is Bill Middleton, the man who drove you around when you were chasing Mike McAllister.
Good man.
Good man.
Good man.
Lang rises at your approach.
Hey Lang, how's it going?
It's going great.
Cool. I'm following the lead of these 3 right now. I point to you guys.
Lang? I look at Middleton. I give him a little wink.
He gives you a nod.
How's everything going here?
It's quiet. I'm not going to say too quiet because it is the adequate amount of quiet following the... And he kind of looks towards Laura and stops himself.
How is, I nod towards...
Quiet.
Willing to talk?
Under the right circumstances, I'm sure.
What do you suppose they would be?
A day from now. But if you need to ask questions, be my guest. She was not quite receptive when I had her sign, but you're a detective and I'm an officer.
How did you get her to sign?
I asked.
Didn't she refuse?
She did.
And then you got her to sign after?
I did. This guy's paying attention. He bites his tongue.
She's not willing to talk, but you got her to sign the paper?
Oh, no, she's willing to talk. She's just not talkative.
Did you... I talk quietly. Did you make her sign?
No.
Let's see if she has anything to say.
Yeah, well, just keep an eye out.
Sure thing.
I'll stay out of the room now, not to bombard her.
Okay, should we step in?
Step in, and you can see Nancy still chained, oh my god, handcuffed to the bed. She's listfully looking out the window. Before, when you first saw her, she was laying back. Now she's sitting up, just kind of like looking out the window off to her right. Does not turn her head as you enter.
slowly approach, kind of like give a little knock on the wall. Boop, boop.
She doesn't turn her head. Her hair looks messy.
Kind of just slowly walk up and kind of like whisper.
How you feeling, Nancy?
She doesn't look away from the window. Fine.
And she sounds like physically pretty recovered, like...
Seems to be. But she only said one word.
I say, do you need anything? You want anything? Food, water?
She doesn't answer. It still hasn't looked over.
I walk out and I try to grab like an aid or something, and I say, can we get some food over here? Some water?
Miss Gossman she's fine for right now. Are you in there with her?
I was. I plan on going back in.
Could I ask if we could give her some space right now? Unless it's very pressing.
Yeah, is everything okay?
She's deeply troubled at the moment and is trying to process everything that's happened in the last few hours, so...
Sorry, I'm not caught up to speed. What happened? Is the baby okay?
Nancy Gossman has lost her baby. Child died in surgery.
Oh, I see. That's terrible news.
So I'm asking that we don't badger her.
Did she seem okay when she was handing the baby off to surgery?
Yes.
Did she know that this was going to happen?
No.
That's so unfortunate. Okay, I'll stay out of the room. Could I have a bottle of water?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
She steps aside. While he leaves, what do you two do?
I kind of shake my head and I take out like a notepad on me, and I want to write Killer Killy, just on different lines with quotes around it, and then I want to fold it up, look at you, and stand up, say, feel better, Nancy, and just again, we can get you anything you need. Just please let us know anything. I'm very sorry. And I step out.
As you're leaving, there's one thing that you could get for me. She turns her head. Ricky? If he's out there, please.
Yeah, we're gonna get him. He's the reason we started this whole thing. So that's how we're gonna finish it.
She turns back to face the window.
I step out.
I also walk out.
And I just want to hand the note to Lang and say, this is a very high interest suspect right now. When she's in the right state of mind, I need you to find out if she has heard about this man. I presume it's a man, right, Jerry?
I would assume.
Worked alongside with, Bobby and RJ and all the familiar faces of the case.
Yeah.
So just
You got it.
You don't have to prod too much. Just if she knows, let us know.
Yeah, I'm kind of slowly figuring out how to navigate my way around her during this time, but I can give it a shot. Anything else that you need from me? Anything you want to know about anything with her? Because I kind of haven't left this whole time. except when I went back to the station, and then I came back. Roy, at this point, she comes back with a bottle of water for you.
Okay. Thank you. And I walk up to Lang and these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of direct this to Middleton as well, too. Yeah, so, I mean, I assume if, y'all are standing here, it's been kind of fine, but no weird faces at all? No one coming in, nothing?
No, we've been keeping an eye out. Nobody suspicious around. No visitors or anything.
All right, and I kind of look at the rest of you guys. Did we establish where the body of the child is? Do we have that?
I don't think so.
The boy or the...
No, the
baby.
The baby. The newborn. Well, the stillborn.
You didn't hear anything on that regard, Lang?
Oh, no, I know exactly where the baby is. Baby's in the basement. It's like a pseudo morgue down there. They're waiting to certify the death certificate, and then they're going to release the body to Nancy for whatever she wants to do with it.
Is there any way that we can be informed before Nancy is informed, Lang?
Informed of what?
That it is time for her to take responsibility of the baby.
I don't believe so. Everything has gone through Nancy, and I've kind of just been keeping my ear out.
Well, if your ear catches anything.
Oh, yeah, you'll know as soon as I know, but I can't guarantee that you'll know before she knows.
I whisper, with Lang here too, if we can talk to whoever's in charge in the basement.
Absolutely.
For, hey, we're the fucking cops. Notify us before you inform Nancy it's time for her to take the baby.
Yeah, I think all we really want is for an autopsy from our side, Davy Jones, to be done on the baby. Right?
That's all we need.
Baby has a name, if that helps.
What is it?
She legally had to name it in order to get the death certificate certified. She named it Marvin.
Marvin Gossman?
Marvin Gossman.
Okay. Do we know any A names? Alright, A.M. Oh, fuck, I say that out of character. I say that way out of character. I did not say that in front of anyone.
Middleton's like, yeah, Aaron Lang.
Aaron Lang. Okay, I don't know. Marvin? Okay.
I mean, we know. Never mind.
What's up?
Just, I don't know what we're fishing at this point with names or trying to bring letters to it. I think we're gonna drive ourselves insane if that's how we handle this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You alright, Lang? No, I'm just playing. Okay, well, let's,
Hospital basement to see a dead baby? Hospital
do it.
basement to see a dead baby? Anybody?
Bet.
walk over to the elevator.
I'm bringing a case of beer down there.
You guys got the smokes.
I'm thinking if, I mean, even if we need to, I'm still really not sure what Lang was insinuating, how the hell he got her to sign that if she didn't want to sign that.
I don't know.
I think she signed it willingly. Why wouldn't she?
But he said she didn't want it, right?
She didn't want to be talked to, but she definitely didn't. We saw that.
Maybe she's just a moment of...
She looked dead inside.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody who doesn't care anymore.
Why would Aaron Lang spoke again? Did we tell him to?
I guess all I'm trying to get at by bringing that
did.
up is if maybe he knows how to get her to sign things that could be advantageous for us, and it makes me feel like a piece of shit saying that, but, you know.
That's true. But, yeah, we sent Lang there, once. She said, I'm not signing if it says that Bobby, did sexual stuff to my kid. And then we redacted that. So she signed after Lang brought that to her. So
Where are you guys heading?
to the basement.
To
Are
the
we actually?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, let's go. Let's go see the dead baby.
to the basement.
You don't have to pet it or anything.
I'm gonna bring a kazoo, a party hat.
Happy birthday!
It's a boy.
Jesus,
I'm bringing a fucking birthday cake to the basement.
Oh,
Happy birthday to Marvin.
Yo, Marvin's gonna haunt the fuck out of you after this.
Entering the elevator. Entering the elevator, the doors close. You press the B button to the basement. Generic elevator music plays quietly as you descend downward. And that's where we're going to pick up next session.
Were paternity tests a thing? I never used paternity tests. I mean, I guess you can get a... No, there wasn't like DNA.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.